Hello, and welcome back to Manly Focus, the channel dedicated to giving you insights into the complex world of relationships and self-improvement. Today, we are about to delve deep into a topic that's commonly misunderstood and stereotyped: daddy issues in relationships. Now, this term is often thrown around casually in conversations, but what does it really mean? And more importantly, how can it impact your romantic relationships? Stick with me as we unravel the complex web of daddy issues and its influence on relationships. Daddy issues is a broad term that encapsulates several manifestations. It could be an ingrained distrust towards men, a deep-seated fear of abandonment, or a skewed perception of masculinity. These issues might seem benign initially but can trigger a gamut of relationship problems down the line. Take, for example, the case of Emma. Emma was raised by a single mother after her father left them when she was 5. Growing up, Emma felt a lack of emotional support and security in her life, a void her father's absence created. As she moved into adulthood, this manifested as a constant fear of abandonment in her relationships, often resulting in her pushing away partners who were genuinely interested in her. In extreme cases, unresolved daddy issues can give rise to psychological conditions like borderline personality disorder, BPD. Women with BPD exhibit emotional instability, abrupt mood swings, impulsive behaviors, and a pervasive fear of being abandoned. A woman with BPD can often seem alluring due to her ability to switch between contrasting behaviors effortlessly. She might be adventurous and passionate in private, exuding a sense of mystery and intrigue that can captivate men. At the same time, she could exhibit grace and sophistication in public, creating a perfect illusion of being a dream woman. This chameleon-like nature often hooks men in, but beneath this facade lurk emotional chaos and uncertainty, creating a turbulent relationship. Consider Jane, a woman diagnosed with BPD. Jane could swing between extremes, oscillating between passionate affection and icy indifference. Her partners often found themselves in a dizzying whirlwind of emotions, never quite knowing where they stood. Understanding a woman's upbringing and her relationship with her father is critical in recognizing potential red flags. When you first start dating, make sure to inquire about her family dynamics. A keen ear can detect signs of latent resentment or misconstrued views about men, which might pose challenges in the future. Rebecca is an example of a woman with unresolved issues towards her father. She often spoke negatively about her father during her early dates with men, citing how he was never present and didn't care about her needs. Unfortunately, these feelings translated into her relationships, causing her to doubt her partner's intentions and frequently instigating conflicts. Women grappling with daddy issues often grow up in environments where a healthy understanding of men and masculinity is lacking. Households led by single mothers with strong feminist leanings might breed an atmosphere that stigmatizes men and masculinity, planting seeds of harmful beliefs in young girls. As they grow up, these girls can perceive men as privileged and develop bitterness towards masculinity. For instance, consider the case of Sarah, who was raised by a single mother with strong feminist views. She grew up without a father figure and was taught to perceive men negatively. This dichotomy, the need for a male partner and yet having a deep-seated resentment for them, led her into a cyclical pattern of tumultuous relationships. Men who were attracted to her beauty and charisma were soon pushed away by her deep-seated antagonism towards masculinity. A woman who has unresolved daddy issues might see her relationships through a distorted lens. She might project the flaws of her absent or disinterested father onto her partners, making it challenging to maintain a healthy relationship. The pattern could be repeated, with the woman entering and exiting relationships, hoping to find a partner who could fill the void left by her father. However, until she comes to terms with her issues, she might struggle to maintain long-term relationships. Let's look at the story of Rachel, a woman with unresolved daddy issues. Rachel's father was absent for most of her life, leaving her feeling unwanted and unappreciated. This translated into her relationships, where she either clung desperately to her partners or pushed them away, afraid that they would abandon her just like her father did. Despite her many attempts at love, she struggled to maintain a steady relationship until she decided to seek professional help to address her issues. A common trend among women with daddy issues is the constant search for the perfect man, someone who can provide the emotional support they lacked growing up. However, their unresolved issues can often prevent them from recognizing and appreciating a genuinely good partner when they encounter one. Case in point, Lisa constantly yearned for an ideal partner, someone who could be the perfect father figure she never had. However, her deep-rooted insecurities and fears often sabotaged her relationships. Despite dating numerous men, she failed to find the stability and security she sought until she decided to address her underlying issues. Daddy issues, while often generalized and stereotyped, are a real concern in romantic relationships. It's essential to recognize these red flags early on in a relationship and be prepared to deal with them. While it is certainly possible for a woman with daddy issues to overcome her challenges and build a healthy relationship, it requires a lot of self-awareness, communication, and possibly professional help. Being involved with a woman with unresolved daddy issues can be emotionally taxing. Always remember to prioritize your mental health and well-being. It's not your responsibility to fix anyone else, especially at the expense of your own peace of mind. Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive into the issue of daddy issues in relationships. As always, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you found it insightful, please give it a thumbs up, share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to Manly Focus for more in-depth discussions about relationships and personal growth. Until next time, stay strong, stay focused, and continue striving for the best version of yourself. See you in the next video.